feels so good to be in a physical space with other human beings. It feels so good to speak with students about it. It's a great thing. So today, we're celebrating students who've embraced our liberal arts fields and excelled in Denison. We're recognizing students who've contributed to our great college and been awarded distinguished leadership awards. We're celebrating students who've contributed to the intellectual life of the college and been awarded Provost Academic Excellence Awards and who have received student fellowships and other awards. And we are recognizing our presidential medalists, students who have achieved at the absolute highest level academically while also contributing as leaders in ways that represents our values as a college. We're celebrating students who have both embraced what it means to be a Denisonian and who have contributed to making this college even greater. Denison occupies a unique place in higher education. We offer students a particular kind of education. We immerse students in a challenging, engaging, and broad-based education that develops a set of attributes that allows our graduates to think critically, understand profoundly, and connect broadly. This includes attributes like the ability to write and communicate, work with data, and actually work with facts. Weave a myriad of ideas into new ways of thinking and new ways of seeing the world. Frame questions in ways that allows us to work together to solve problems and puzzles. Connect with a broad range of people and ideas, both people we like and people we don't like, both ideas we find comfortable and uncomfortable. These attributes are life-shaping, but the true power of a liberal arts education is much deeper. We seek to create a way of being in the world. Liberal arts students experience the beauty and meaning of intellectual pursuits, rigorous scholarship and sharp thinking, and the thrill of knowledge for its own sake. They also learn the impact of learning that takes place when standards are high and classmates are engaged with the course material and with each other. This learning, as we know at Denison, starts in our classes and then extends across campus. We require all of our students to live on campus because we believe campus life deepens the liberal arts learning. Residential halls, athletics, the arts, campus organizations, other co-curriculars serve as design studios for students to further develop and practice liberal arts skills, values, and habits. We also believe there's something powerful about living with peers who want to do well in life and who bring a wide range of views, perspectives, and life experiences to campus. Our students challenge and learn from each other. And lastly, liberal arts colleges differ from many other forms of education in that we try to strike a balance between the individual and community. We want to provide our students with the skills, values, habits, networks, and experience so they can succeed in life. And we want to also instill within you a sense that we should all strive to do this in ways that contributes to things beyond ourselves. As a college president, I've come to understand and value how a liberal arts education is not a solo activity, but how it uniquely takes place within a very specific type of community. The individuals, the students we're celebrating today, have contributed to our ongoing nurturing and the creation and recreation of this community. The students we celebrate today transform the ordinary into the extraordinary. In classes and across campus, they take on the hard issues and in doing so exhibit intellectual courage. They raise the level of discourse among their peers. They challenge, they inspire their classmates to be better students and to be more engaged as part of their everyday lives. As we honor our students, I also want to recognize and express gratitude for all of our faculty and staff who have mentored you along the way. Denison at its core is defined by the people who come here, the relationships we form with each other, and the way those relationships shape our lives. Our faculty and staff care. They connect, they challenge, and they catalyze. Thank you for the role you've played in the success of these amazing students. All of this was captured beautifully by Denison alumnus and former Princeton University president, Bill Bowen, who once said the purpose of college is to educate students with an openness to new ideas and new friendships, respect for both evidence and the beauty of language, appreciation of difference, and an ever deeper awareness of the pure joy of learning. Denison is a great college. The education we provide and the learning that takes place is something that deserves to be celebrated every day. But today, we focus on some of our students who have done this remarkably well. We are fortunate to be able to honor you today, and then I will look forward to giving you a diploma in a few short weeks. With that, it is my great honor and pleasure to introduce Dr. Alex Miller, our Vice President for Student Development.
Good morning. Each year, Student Development recognizes graduating seniors who have demonstrated exemplary leadership and service to Denison. Through their enduring commitment to enhancing our community, these seniors have had a clear, noticeable, and lasting impact on our campus and on the lives they've come in contact with. They have been each created or catalyzed positive change for the betterment of Denison. They have built collaborative and inclusive relationships, and they have done all of this with the utmost integrity. Thank you, seniors, for all you've done, not only this year, but the last 4 years to lead our campus forward. Denison is forever transformed by the legacy you leave. It is my honor and privilege to acknowledge our 2021 Distinguished Leadership Award recipients. As I call your names, I ask that you stand. Please hold your applause for all of the names until they have been called. Elsie Bunyan, Hope Chiribuni, Megan Cunningham, Max Curtin, Adam Dake, Kaylee Davis, Fatima Al-Ghazawi, Max Giarusso, Fatima Haroun, Sophie Hudson, Stephanie Jackson, Jaquise Jones, Mayank Kumar, Lizette Lopez, Jeremiah Mills, Thomas Mitchell, Sandra Hernandez, Matt Nowling, Tarma Obing, Alan Premick, Jacob Rains, Mark Reed, Sarah Schubert, Abby Scully, Jacob Strell, Heaven Wade, Nailani Ween, Margaret Wilson. Let's give this entire group of student leaders a round of applause. Thank you for all that you've contributed this year, and good luck.
It is now my pleasure to introduce Shambo Shi, class of 21, for a musical performance.
Thank you, Shengbo, for that amazing, amazing performance. At this point in our program, we'd like to recognize two different groups of seniors who have attained special distinction. The first group to be recognized will be new members of Phi Beta Kappa. It's my pleasure to introduce to you Dr. Jordan Fantini, who is the president of Denison's chapter of Phi Beta Kappa, to recognize these new members. Jordan?
Thank you, Provost Copeland. As I read these names, I'd ask that each student please stand as their name is read and remain standing. And my second ask is of the audience to hold your applause until all the names have been read. We'll start with the Phi Beta Kappa inductees from the class of 2021, inducted last year as juniors. Meg Jaffe, Shirata Shankar. And now, students from the class of 2021 to be inducted to Phi Beta Kappa. Emily Allen, Millicent Ball, Megan Callahan, Hope Cherubini, Vivian Cirilano, Tama Cohen, Nina Cosden, Megan Cunningham, Maxwell Curtin, Edem Daka, Madeline Durham, Jacqueline Figueroa, Madison Gordon, Danielle Gutilius, Abby Henry, Alexandra Hesterberg, Elizabeth Higley, Brooke Holland, Alexandra Holmes, Sophie Hudson, Lauren Kessler, Sophie Kleitz, Bella Kors, Clarine Larson, Greta Lisa, Simon Liu, Galen May, Sydney Nyquist, Ellen Pitstick, Jacob Rains, Robert Saylor, Sarah Schubert, Shirata Shankar, Rahul Shrestha, Molly Smith, Anna Stone, Shelby Tour, Lum Tron, Abby Valentine, Amber Wardzala, Isabel Wellick, Megan Wong, Talia Zeiger, Jordan Zelvin, and finally, two students from the class of 2022 to be inducted to Phi Beta Kappa as juniors. Sydney Ludis, Julia St. John. Please join me in congratulating all of these students.
Thank you, Jordan, for making those introductions. Now I would like to recognize and introduce a second group of seniors who have also attained special distinction. These are seniors who have applied for recognition of their senior research or senior creative project. If you have submitted a project for recognition, I ask you to please stand and allow us to recognize you at this time. I'm now pleased to announce the recipients of the Provost Academic Excellence Award, which recognizes graduating seniors who have exhibited an extraordinary level of intellectual engagement and academic achievement during their time at Denison. The three winners of this award have exemplary academic records, engagement in independent research or creative work, and contributions to intellectual life on campus and beyond. They have demonstrated outstanding performance in all their academic endeavors, truly exemplifying excellence in the liberal arts. The first recipient is Meg Jaffe. Meg is a computer science and creative writing double major. She has shown remarkable intellectual curiosity, drive, and an unusual capacity for integrating knowledge and drawing connections. In courses such as software engineering, Meg distinguished herself as a collaborative team player and skillful writer who was resourceful in designing and implementing a system that worked in the context of a particular client. A trailblazing woman in the field of computer science, she has been extraordinarily hardworking and creative in applying theory to design solutions in the field of operating systems. Meg, would you please join me on stage for a minute? A double major in mathematics and educational studies, Shirata Shankar has a stellar academic record and has been deeply engaged with the intellectual life of campus. As the head tutor at the Academic Resource Center and as a TA, Shirata has shown a passion for teaching and has consistently exhibited professionalism and devotion toward her fellow students and tutors. She has twice done research as a summer scholar, most recently with a project on random walks. Shirata has twice presented her work at the Nebraska Conference for Undergraduate Women in Mathematics and was an award winner at the Mathematical Association of America Math Fest. Shirata has impressed her professors with the original connection she draws, her skillful analysis, and her creative insights. Shirata, would you please join me? Rahul Shrestha, a physics major, has seized every opportunity to challenge himself academically. His professors observed that Rahul's infectious curiosity, engagement, and dedication help to raise the intellectual of any course he is in. Rahul has also shown himself to be a skilled teacher, whether teaching quantum information through the Liska Center's Winter Accelerator program or through his community engagement at the Granville Elementary School. While at Denison, he's conducted independent research on laser cooling and trapping of atomic ions for applications in quantum information, research that he has also presented at several conferences. Rahul has been accepted into some of the country's top graduate programs in physics. Rahul?
I have the special honor of recognizing members of the student body who have been awarded major national and international academic awards and scholarships. Before recognizing these students, though, I'd like to take just a second to recognize all of the students who applied for competitive national scholarships and fellowships this year. Even with all of the challenges and uncertainty of the past year, you showed great initiative and resilience in competing on a national level for these opportunities, in crafting a compelling narrative about your own intellectual interests and passions, and we are proud of you. The fellowship recipients we are recognizing today have shown a commitment to civic and global engagement and cultural exchange, to academic study and research, to intensive language training, and to teaching. As I call your name, please come to the stage to be recognized, and I'd ask the audience to please hold applause until all of the names have been read. Alexander Hughes, alternate for a Fulbright English teaching assistantship to Germany. Fatumata Sao, Benjamin Gilman International Scholarship. Michael Ball, Benjamin Gilman International Scholarship and Critical Language Scholarship. Abby Henry, Colette Fellowship at St. Paul's School in London, England. Smilanda Jean-Baptiste and Sarah Schubert, Davis Project for Peace. Amber Wardzala, a Fulbright English teaching assistantship to Taiwan. Rowan Sharkey, a Princeton in Africa fellowship. Sarah Schubert, a Princeton in Latin America fellowship. And Khalil Bentley, class of 20, a Thomas R. Pickering Foreign Affairs fellowship. Let's recognize these wonderful accomplishments.
Good afternoon, everyone. So nice to see you all. As chair of the faculty, I'm delighted to announce the 2021 recipients of the President's Medal. This is the most prestigious honor a Denison student can receive. Recipients, when I call your name, please come forward and join President Weinberg on stage. Audience, please do not hold your applause. Megan Nicole Wong. Scoring a 69 in 18 holes of golf not only is a Denison single-round scoring record, but Megan, it might itself be grounds for a President's Medalist Award. Beyond any one match, though, is the fact that you have been an All-American scholar in varsity women's golf all 4 years of your college career. Our campus director of athletics says without hesitation that you symbolize all that is right and thriving in Denison athletics. In biochemistry, you have done research with Nationwide Children's Hospital, along with excelling in your course and lab assignments, so much that our Department of Chemistry and Biochemistry has named you a Department Senior Fellow. As a lab assistant, summer researcher, and teaching assistant through the pandemic, you have been a vital player in reimagining what it means to be part of a learning community when in-person support and guidance has to happen through other means. At the same time, you were attentive and conscientious with those matters that still have to be in person, like tending tanks of sea urchins and mixing up batches of artificial seawater. One of your nominators said, "You are a model of competence and excellence." Megan Nicole Wong. Madeline K. Durham. At Denison, it is not entirely unusual for a student to be praised for being able to synthesize broad theoretical concepts. And having the ability to communicate those concepts through good writing is part of what the university tries to develop in every student. What made your nomination stand out, Maddie, was the way so many faculty noted both your breadth and focus, your ability to be comprehensive in your academic scope, and yet to stay tightly in analysis down to essential details. and for those gifts to be shown both on the page in composition and in your use of vocal performance as a means of self-expression and academic achievement. Perhaps more importantly, in the difficult times we've all worked through, you used musical theater as a way to bring students together even when we had to be apart. From parking garages and tennis courts for practices, to the campus football field for performances, to give us a chance to let music bring us together across wider distances than usual. And we cannot award you as a President's Medalist without noting your internship in Bath, England at Mr. B's Emporium of Reading Delights, which I suspect now is on all of our bucket lists as a bookstore we need to visit someday. Madeline K. Durham. Maxwell Whitehouse Curtin. When you are editor-in-chief of the Denisonian, you become known all over campus, which can be a mixed blessing at times, responsible for more perspectives than you bargained for at first. But when your professors learn you can help them master bulky technology or simply need someone to help them stop getting in their own way while working with remote learning, you can find yourself more popular than you originally intended. A truly exceptional situation, though, is to be a summer intern in the campus investment office and quickly become seen as indispensable to their work. Your ability to bridge electronic tools to educational goals while always being a caring and compassionate presence in doing so has led many faculty and staff to commend you for this award. Innovation and improvisation have been watchwords for us all this past year, but you are developing a reputation for those gifts even before we've heard of COVID. In global commerce, with the Knowlton Center and the Red Frame Lab, your gifts for creating community while pursuing complex inquiries have created for you a place in this year's President's Medalist class. Maxwell Whitehouse Curtin. Sarah Nizar Abu Rashed. Sarah, in the journey of exploration that is the college experience for most students, you have shared on stage and in person, in Columbus and here on campus, a map of myself. From Thurber House to the Columbus Museum of Art to the Reif Center, you have shared a story from your childhood in Damascus, Syria, to this country in a personal style that brings the listener on that refugee journey, which you subtitled My Odyssey to America. Your nominators made it clear that you have exemplified what it means to move out of one's comfort zone and to be engaged with the community around you in ways that challenge us all to consider where we've been and where we're going. In poetry, in history, in economics, and in leadership, you have been a student who not only stands out, but your teachers all note how you have a gift for bringing other students out with you into new places of self-understanding and global discovery. You listen well along with speaking powerfully, and one of your professors noted that you are both a thinker and a doer. It is that sort of combination of both reflection and action, personal experience, and liberal arts education that makes you an absolutely necessary part of our President's Medalist class for 2021. Sarah Nizar Abu Rashed. Jacqueline Maricela Figueroa. Your nominators said, if we had the magical power to conjure a human being that exemplified Denison's mission statement, that person would be Jackie. They tell us that your input and contributions stand out with their insightfulness, clarity, and depth. You not only master your course material, you help your peers understand better what the class is engaged in and add to every discussion to which you are a part. This is a gift that you have made use of on campus and also in your work extending the campus reach through service as a research assistant, which takes the Denison experience beyond the traditional classroom. Your summer work in Columbus took knowledge and understandings you have gained and refined here on the Hill and carried them into significant impacts in our neighboring communities, even through the uncertainty of a pandemic period of operation. You have been lead executive team member for Sisters in Dialogue here on campus, growing from membership to leadership into mentorship of new leaders in that organization, imparting momentum both to the group and its goals of supporting campus diversity and student success. Jacqueline Maricela Figueroa. Shirata Shankar. Shruti, while your nominators note how you are an A+ scholar, they highlight how when everyone else is in a state of panic, you know how to be a calm, centered presence. Their praise is for how you are there for everyone else in the classroom and at evaluation time, helping others set up and being present for people when the hard parts need to be unpacked. You have exemplified the Denison commitment to working and communicating across differences in so many interactions, both on and around, as well as off campus. Artistic excellence, along with humane understanding, have made you a valued part of the studio arts and creative connection community, which are already missing you. During the period of remote learning, which challenged us all, you found ways to use the necessities of online communication to include communities in India who might be overlooked there in person, but whose struggles as migrants you engaged with and supported from here in Ohio. Not only our campus, but the world is better for your having been a student at Denison, and why we present you with the President's Medalist Award. Shirata Shankar. Fatima Alzara El Ghazawi. Fatima, as a major in French and international studies, it stands to reason that you would have a special interest and awareness not just of France, but in places like Quebec and Haiti, where la langue de Molière is spoken daily. What even many Denison students may not realize is how much of the Arab world speaks French on a regular basis. As one of your nominators said, You possess a deep understanding and practice of cultural empathy. They go on to say of you, as an Arab Polish American, she embodies hyphenated identities that celebrates cross-cultural communication. So you have participated as a student interviewer in a digital oral history project for Central Ohio's Arab American community, learning more about the Arab world, and have been actively involved as a leader in the Desla Muslim Student Association. Beyond academics, your engagement on campus has been broad and far-reaching, from student government to the Office of Admission and the First Generation Network. Along with those personal involvements, you have been a tireless and uplifting leader in what we might call a paradigmatic activity of this past year, facilitating weekly group discussions through video conference technology designed to allow students to practice French outside the classroom, leading to the obvious question, how do you say Zoom in French? Fatima El Ghazawi. Jacob Allen Rains. Jacob, one of your professors says that you provide a truly outstanding, peerless model in developing your career interests. From the state of Maryland's legislature to the United States Congress, and even for a Scottish member of Parliament, you have gotten deeply and directly involved in government, politics, and health policy. That big picture participation is complemented by your impressive efforts on a direct engagement with student voters to get them to the polls and make sure they arrive informed, equipped, and aware of the stakes involved for all citizens. Here on campus, you've been called a stellar student and a team player, that combination which is central to what we mean when we talk about President's Medalists. You've worked through injuries on the cross-country and track and field team to become a team captain, and your appreciation for the importance of endurance and for getting everyone across the finish line carries over into how you've both studied and gotten into the practice of public policy with a passion for health advocacy that literally extends across an ocean. Jacob Allen Rains.
That's the first time I've seen any two people hug each other outside of television in about a year. Can we just congratulate everybody we've recognized today? And I do want to make just one more comment. And I'll say more about this at graduation, so I'll keep this remark short for now. This was a challenging year, and when we made the decision in the summer to welcome everybody back, we weren't sure we'd be able to make it work. And I just want to thank this year's senior class. We would not have been able to do this without you. So to the great Denison senior class of 2021, just thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for taking full advantage of your Denison education. Thank you for making this college a better place. And thank you for helping us get through what I hope will be the most challenging year the college ever faces. Can we give them a round of applause? Now, my note says at this time, I would like to invite the August orientation staff members to stage to sing our alma mater to Denison. Everybody's supposed to stand and sing, and I'm supposed to stand back so nobody can hear my voice. And that'll conclude our program.
Okay, we should just start, shall we? Ready? Sure. 1, 2. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. To Denison we raise our song, fair college on the hill, the name that sets our souls on fire and makes our senses thrill. To Denison, my Denison, in praise our voices swell, the scenes of happy college days, the home we love so well. Thank you.
And if we can get all of our award winners right over at Fellows, we're going to take some pictures.